Lance Armstrong. Introduction. Lance Armstrong is perhaps the greatest cyclist of all time. He is one of the most celebrated and recognized athletes in the world. He is a hero for his amazing successes in the sport of cycling, including winning the Tour de France 7 times. But this is not the reason why his name has become a household word. He is known outside the world of cycling for being a courageous young man who made an amazing comeback from the edge of death. He was given less than a 50% chance of surviving advanced cancer, yet he fought his way back to good health using the same grit and courage that has served him so well in his cycling career. This is his story. Early life. Born in Plano, Texas, in 1971. Nelson was raised by his mother, Linda. His ability as an athlete was apparent from college. At 13, Lance won the front the kids triathlon, and he became a professional athlete. At 15, eventually he lost interest in the swimming and running, so the sport as it became more focused on cycling. By his last year of high school, cycling had become Lance's passion. It was becoming clear that it would be his future. During Lance's career, this year in high school, he qualified to train with the U.S. Olympic team. Hopefuls Colorado Springs, Colorado. The difficult training schedule nearly kept him from graduating from high school. Starks and private running during the final weeks of the school year, he graduated with his class, getting serious about racing. After graduation, Lance was finally able to devote himself to full-time race cycling. In 1989, he qualified for the Junior World Championships in Moscow. He competed as an athlete for several years. During the time, he developed his skills as a cyclist and also began to experience life beyond the small town world in which he had grown up. Only 2 years after devoting himself to cycling full time, he was the U.S. national amateur champion. It continued in amateur competition through the 1992 Olympic Games in Barcelona, Spain. Lance became a professional cyclist in 1992. His first race was in Spain. He was a rude awakening after this many seemingly effortless successes in amateur competition. He finished the race in last place, 27 minutes behind the winner. Another cyclist might have been discouraged enough to quit racing, but not less the experience fueled his determination to overcome anything that got in the way of his success. Success at last. The following year of his cycling career, Lance's determination bore fruit. He won 10 titles in 1993, including U.S. Pro Champion, World Champion, and a stage victory in the Tour de France. He rode for Team Motorola, an American team that was ranked among the top 5 teams in the world. Over the next 2 years, Lance's successes continued. He won the 1995 Tour de Tour 2.10, won a significant stage at the 1995 Tour de France. He also won the Spanish professionally. In 1996, his successes continued. His successes continued. He again won the Tour to Pont and won other important races. He seemed to be on top of the world. Illness strikes. Then, in order, 1996 severe pain forced Lance to quit riding. Medical tests revealed that he had advanced cancer. It had spread to severe pieces in his body, including his lungs and brain. Lance says that he knew something was wrong, but his health 3 years before he was told he had cancer. Asked why he wanted so long to seek treatment, he admitted to being hard-headed. His determination to push himself as an athlete, along with a difficult training regime, had caused him to ignore the pain and keep going. Looking back, he realized that he had ignored many of the warning signs. Perhaps the cancer could have been caught before it had spread. Now he could no longer ignore it.